video, reach, frequency, experiential storytelling. You guys are actually making it a response medium. How do you close that loop for marketers? Because I mean, we've been talking a lot about sort of, you know, how we decouple and deconstruct things from a marketing and specifically a media buying perspective. If you talk about something that's performance driven and engagement driven versus, but it's attached to a medium that is more and more being bought on age and demo. How are you guys bringing that together from an investment perspective?
First of all, I think the things are not mutually exclusive. You can still buy agent demo, or you can buy whatever way you want to buy and bring the most immersive experience to allow engagement to that demo. So I think both of them should work. How do we do it? First of all, we make it pretty darn easy for a marketer to make it happen. So every marketer, regardless what you're selling, you have your own kind of owned media. You have your own website, you have your own, I don't know, Facebook property, and you have your paid media. Why not leverage all the stuff that you already built and all the marketing collateral that you have in your paid media? People are used to or trained that a TV sights and emotion is a complete lean back medium, and you have 30 seconds or a minute to tell your message, and that's it. It's a set of flipping frames. What we do is just say you already have everything out there. People are trained that when you're on a web or an IP-based device, it's okay to interact. You have more than just a static image or flipping images. And what we do is connect all of it together.
So we're talking a lot about sort of cross-screen ubiquity and monetization. You know, and you spoke of an ideal a few minutes ago about sort of it shouldn't matter. It should be about the content, right? I believe your analogy was Grey's Anatomy. Yep. And where are we as far as from the perspective of creative delivery? Are we at a place where the ease of creative development is screen agnostic, or are we a long way to go yet? Because that seems like that's the hard part. Yeah. And that's also the part that we talk about the least, which is why I infer it's the hardest. So.
I'm with you 100% that this is the important part. I can lie and say that we are there, but we're definitely getting there. So I can do a shameless plug and say that we partner with Crackle, who is completely leading the charge in terms of delivering content into every screen, and literally every screen. And what we made possible is that marketers that buy media on Crackle can leverage our technology and say, I want to deliver immersive experience, and I don't want to buy device. There's no mobile experience, Roku experience, PlayStation experience. There's an experience, and we deliver it everywhere. So it is already there. It's not available everywhere, but it is getting there.
But is that because it really doesn't matter, or is that because the audiences, when aggregated, are more meaningful?
That's a complicated question. Audience, when aggregated, are less meaningful.
Let me give you my reasoning, because I used to buy, right? And after CES in 2010, it was all connected TV. We have connected TV inventory, we have connected TV inventory. And then 2011, it was, we have video, because we don't have a lot of connected TV inventory, so nobody's going to want to buy it on its own, right? Yeah. So are we aggregating platforms and channels now from a sell side, or is it being pushed, or is it being pulled?
It's definitely very fragmented. So it's definitely, yes, there is a connected TV. There's not a lot of connected TV. Everything is completely siloed. But I would say that this is completely inevitable. It will continue to be fragmented. Samsung will release more devices. There will be more second screen experience, OTT devices. I don't know, Comcast will have kind of an OTT offering as well. There will be tons of different ways to consume television. So it is. I think it's kind of both. It will continue to be fragmented, and from a buyer standpoint, it is kind of a pull as well. Is that you want to reach that audience? People are watching Crackle on I don't know, Sony connected TV. Yes, it's a small amount of people, but or it's not as big as, I don't know, broadcast television. But if you connect all of them together, it is a decent amount of or large amount of audience, and you want to reach those people. This is the most savvy, I don't know, male 25-39 or 25-45 that are watching content, and this is.
So your clients that are sort of delivering to campaigns that are driving really deep engagement experientially, they're really sort of hitting it out of the park when it comes to the creative that they're delivering, as well as the channels in which they're buying. What's their lens of video? Is it video first? Is it video neutral, to use Amanda's language from earlier, or is it video specifically separate from TV or other screens because we're optimizing it, so because they're going deep, they're actually seeing better results?
To be completely honest, I would say that it's definitely video separate than others, only for the sole reason that right now everything is completely separate. So I'm clearly keep on preaching that the screens are colliding and it's starting to be completely connected, and there is no online video and then on linear television. It's one thing, but it's not there yet. It's super complicated. All the plumbing is not there yet. We're spending a lot of time making it happen, but as the delivery, the measurement, even the buying and planning is separated yet, so buyers still need to think about it in two separate ways. We're working hard to connect it, starting from even the simplest thing of the actual creative asset. It is 30-second spot on one side, on the linear side, and 30-second spot on a VOD online side or online video side. So starting from that asset, making sure that the same asset can travel both ways. This is kind of the entry point, and on the back side, something we were spending a lot of time working with Nielsen on is making sure that the measurement will be holistic. And if a user watched Grey's Anatomy, I will get an increasement on my reach or an increasement on my frequency if he saw it once online and then on linear, and not an increasement on my reach.